Okay, so now we're going to start talking about, like, you don't actually need 64 degree here. We can, and we can utilize 64 all the time, but you notice we don't have a really difficult lip to hit it over. We have a lot of room where the pin is. So we're going to just talk about different types of shots. So if I have 3 golf balls here, we can hit one high, and I'm going to enter the sand pretty close to it. We can hit one medium, and I'm going to hit a little slightly, or we can hit one where I call it's like a chunk and run. Let's say that ball is, or that pin is 90 feet, 100 feet away, right? That's a hard bunker shot to fly all the way to the hole. So what we'll do is we'll hit this one. So here are my lines. So my first one's going to be pretty straightforward, like we just did. This one's going to kind of pop up and go pretty close to hopefully going in. So it pops out, and then we're going to let it roll. I hit too far behind there. So here we're going to open it slightly maybe, and we're going to hit a little bit more behind it, and that ball's going to kind of trundle again. This one's the one where we're going to hit back here, more square face, and that ball's going to feel like it's going to chase a little bit further. So we're going to use your 64 on a couple of these shots, and we're going to utilize your 52 for that one that's going to bump and run.
Well, what's the highest percentage there for someone like me?
The highest percentage for you is probably going to be sitting in here.
The first one.
First here, right? Ball position just inside left heel, and it's just a little thumper. Boom. Whoops. I'll edit that out. I'm kidding. No, it happens. All right.
I feel like I want to move past just trying to get it on though from here.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Right.
I want you to be able to be like, okay, this is an easy bunker shot.
Yeah,
You're no longer first thought is like, I got to get this out.
Right,
now
right.
you're like, I want to hit this in my little 5-foot circle. Then I've been really good at working at my putting, and I can start making all my 5-foot putts.
So closer to the front, open.
Yep. We're still going to feel like we're in our left side a little bit. We're going to pivot on that left foot. Okay. Good. And now you can do 2 things. You can, well, one, we can add speed to the bottom, but you can also now start thinking about where do I want this ball to land, right? Because if we land it in here, we know we're not going to get the same rollout, right? So let's try to feel like we're going to land this halfway to the pin. Now, let me ask you this. Are you nervous about the speed?
No.
Okay, good. Are you nervous now that I brought it up?
No.
You didn't even notice it. Okay.
No, I'm good.
So don't be afraid to thump this one. Let it fly out. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to get some data here and see where we're entering the sand. Pretty good. So we like to hit about 3 inches behind. Not a problem. As long as your technique stays the same like that, that's not a problem. And on this one too, we don't have to open the face if you don't want to. If you'd like to keep it square, that's fine because we have so much loft. Pretty. Really good.
That was about 3 again.
Yeah, and that's fine. So the only difficult part would be, so let's say we get this. Let's say you're one of the first out, and it rained the night before, and the boys aren't out to rake the bunkers. How would you hit this hard pan one? Because these are nice and fluffy, right? I've mixed this up. Your club slides
Well,
through.
now I
these
have to be
beautifully.
closer.
Very good. Very good. Beautiful. Excellent. You did it. You did it beautifully. Did he make it? Great shot. Great shot.
So
go.
from there, would I really, if I'm comfortable with that, would I really want to do anything different?
No. No, we don't have to add any more difficulty
But
to the shot.
if that pin was like way on the other side, then I would want to what? Then I would want to do more of the close.
Or we go to this loft and we make that same swing. Okay? So this is where I would say probably 90% of the time we'll be using this wedge. But occasionally, let's say that the pin is way out there. That's where the green is. To fly it there is merely, the odds of that happening, even for the best players in the world, is really tough. So what we'll do is we'll sit here and we'll hit less loft maybe. We'll hit behind it, get more sand so it comes out lower and faster.
See, that's why I played a classic skull shot before, because I'd be trying to hit it all the way there.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too. You got to hit it. I mean, it's such a hard shot. You got to hit it so perfect to get it that far.
So I'd be thinking this one, I'm doing everything the same, and I'm thinking of maybe landing on the backside.
Very good. Very good. That's exactly right.
Still front, everything.
Well, if we want it to
No,
contain
it
some...
can't be front right. It's got to be
There
a
you
little
go.
bit more.
Good. Very good, Kev. Very good. That's exactly right. No, watch it spin.
Oh wow! I thought that's gonna happen.
No, that took three little hops and then just stopped because you hit that so perfectly. Now, if you hit that same shot with your 64, you probably would have hit it just past the pin and it would have just stopped. It might have even spun a little bit. But that was excellent. That's exactly what we want. That's the one that if you missed a little, that's the miss you'd want, right? The other one, you got really close to the golf ball where you could have sailed that one like into the next fairway. That's the one we want to hit right there. It's a lot chunkier. Ball comes out lower, and then you can see it ran further than when it landed on the green. Beautiful. That's exactly it. Now all you've done is change clutch. You've changed loft. That's all you've done. You haven't done anything different setup-wise. You haven't done anything thinking different. You're just
Feels like such a safer swing now. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna.
oh my gosh, no. Because we're hitting this fat on purpose. Remember that. And the fatter you hit it, the lower it should come out, and the more trundle you may have on the end of it.
When I would hit, the further I'd be away with that, and the harder I'd swing, the more danger I felt.
Yeah. Or the
So-
lower the percentage shot.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it goes like this, right there. Those three right there, I'd say that's a 70 to 80% chance you're hitting it to about where you want. Now you grab the 64 and you're down to 5% because you've got to hit that so perfect. So again, we try to play the highest percentage shot. And right now this is your 52 from here for about what, 60 yards? 50 yards? And 50-yard bunker shots are not easy at all. That one DeChambeau hit in the US Open 2 years ago, stupid, ridiculously good. At that pressure moment, I was like, that could have been in the grandstands, that could have been in the bunker still. And he hit it to
See,
5
the
feet.
average person doesn't know that. I think, okay, that's a great shot. I don't understand how great it was.
Oh no, anybody that plays golf
Right.
really well is like,
Right.
oh my gosh. That was just stupid. To get up and down from that bunker to win the Open, I mean, just to do that on a Saturday with your buddies would be impressive, let alone freaking US Open. Okay, so obviously that was ball only. So your thought is, literally, you're entering the sand back here, and you're going to fall through the same way, and just let it chunk out. Okay, fine. So I have seen that repeat itself a million times teaching. First one's scald, second one's so fat it barely gets out of the bunker. Completely normal. So now let's just regroup and let's think of it. You just hit 3 super good ones right before that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now, just for fun, we're gonna start learning some feel technique things. So I want you to sit in here with 52 and I want you to open it. And I want you to match up your stick. I want you to go to the short pin here, right? But all you're gonna do, because when I was a kid, we'd take 3 irons in the bunker and we'd open it up and we'd just learn how to make the club work through the bunker. No one carries 3 irons anymore. So you're just gonna open this wide open, leading edge, turn your body, perfect. Now make sure though, here's your stance, that your club travels on the same lines. There you go. And it will travel further, right? Even though you open that up to 50, from 52 to 58, your 64 goes to 70 almost, so think of it that way. That's why that one comes out a little bit. Now, you also had that a little bit back in your stance more than I want. So let's do that same shot again, but feel like it's more inside left heel. You feel like that again, that club's traveling more on this, on your foot line. It'll go inside just a little bit with shoulder rotation. Beautiful. So you notice how they're going left though, just a little, and you're setting up. So you're setting up beautifully. What I mean by that is you've got leading edge going to the target, you've turned your body, we have our lines, but through impact, Kev, you're going, see how that face is turning over? So if I do that same shot and I turn the face over, that ball's gonna go left. Okay, so we've got to feel as though that face stays pointing to the sky. Okay, so that's just a little different release point with the left hand. Okay, boy, oh boy. That's 2 now I've embarrassed myself with. Here, so that club face went more this way. See how that's still pointing up? Up. That's the only reason they're going left. It's not a huge deal. You're getting them out beautifully. But I don't want you to be like, well, I'm gonna aim straight now, right? But then release the club, because the releasing the club can also get that leading edge hitting the ball first. There you go. Now that was left wide open, wasn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so the reason that one went so far is we hit probably a little further back behind it. And remember, so that ratio is, if we open our face 3 degrees, we're adding 3 degrees of bounce. So the more bounce, the more it's not going to dig, the more it's coming out. So that's all. You hit that one a little bit further behind it, and that makes the ball travel a little bit faster out of the, it's not going to have spin, it's just going to really come out.
Yeah, that one didn't stop at all.
No, and that's the only reason. Because remember, you got to feel like you're swinging along our body line too. We're counteracting. We're almost cutting across this one just a little bit. Oh, so that whole noise right there, everything about that shot was perfect. That's the little sound, the thud I want at the bottom. That's where you kind of, there's a little air, it gets caught right in there and you get that little, that was perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna make up some shots here, okay? How are you gonna hit this one? Switch clubs. You have utilized, you can use either club.
Okay, all right.
Good shot. We just hit a little bit behind it. That's all. This is so unfair. This is so unfair. This is so rude. This happened. So how are we getting this one out? This that face better. Yep. Wide open. Now you can go ahead and get your terrain very good. You're just going to try to sail this one as high as you can so we can carry it to the hole. And you can leave the club in the bunker here. You don't have to feel like you're following through. That's tough. I don't even know how I did this one. I'll live a little easier for you. You hit it perfect. It caught the under lip here. So if anything, I would go way more across this one. I feel like my club goes out this way through this shot. So you're literally going to try to hit me with the backswing. You're going to hate me. Getting covered in sand.
That's good.
Okay, hold this for me. Stand right there for me. See if I can do this. You're going to have to feel like this club goes that way and then across. See how I went this way with it?
Slicing it.
Yes, I'm slicing it on purpose. Because if I come into it like you're doing, and you're doing a great job, your setup is good, everything's good, but then the club goes here, and then it goes in, and then it's just catching this lip right here. So I need you to feel like you're going that way. There you go. Beautiful. Look at the spin on it. Beautiful. Ultimately, and that's all we're looking for. We want a 10 to 15 to 20 foot birdie. Yeah, but you're cutting literally across it. All right. I'll give you a half.
Once I saw you do it, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I pictured it in my mind.
Gotcha. Okay. Hard pan. Beauty. Really good. See wherever it lies. Okay. Great shot. Great shot. Okay, let's do another one. Give me that good sound at the bottom, a little thump. Okay, all we're doing is slowing down a little bit. Let's give it a little thumper down at the bottom. Much better. Much better. Okay, any questions?
What other shots do you maybe have that I haven't covered? Well, maybe just a couple. So can you just make sure that I get the right technique on the flop shot? I think I do.
Yeah. Here, here's a perfect example. Right. We've caught ourselves in this position where we have just short of the green, but we've got to get over the bunker and then land it softly. So let's set up correctly.
Setup is okay.
Perfect.
So that setup, okay.
That was gorgeous. Do one more. That was absolutely perfect. Loved every minute of it. Okay. So the only thing I saw there is I'd rather just the speed. We just hit a little bit too far behind that one, that's all. Great job, Kev.
That's okay. Same thing up front, open.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's how we get the ball up
That's
higher and faster. Yep. That's perfect.